How do you know a home is built with wood-based siding? And how do you know one is built with Hardie siding? Hardie siding stands tough against nature's tests, from harsh weather to persistent pests. James Hardie, what the best are made of.
Ditch the iron pills with that gross metallic taste and enjoy the berry-flavored sweetness of Ferrosome Forte's liposomal iron sachets. Ferrosome sachets and capsules provide unmatched absorption and bioavailability by getting absorbed in the small intestine rather than the stomach. This means no more digestive side effects like constipation. Plus, absorption isn't impacted by caffeine or calcium. Visit Ferrosome.com and use code California for 25% off your order. That's Ferrosom.com, code California.
Your pathway to your purpose is at Alliant International University. Now enrolling for a degree in occupational therapy from Alliant, you'll get the skills needed to help people recover, grow, and thrive through the power of everyday action. Using a client-centered approach, elevate your career with hands-on instruction from working professionals in a hybrid course format that fits your schedule. Are you ready to step into your new life? Enroll today. Visit alliant.edu.
Here's the truth about fluoride-free toothpaste. Most of it doesn't work that well. David's toothpaste is different. David's uses hydroxyapatite, the same material your teeth and bones are naturally made of, to actively remineralize enamel and whiten teeth, leaving your mouth feeling cleaner and fresher than you ever thought possible. Search David's toothpaste on Amazon or visit davids-usa.com. That's davids-usa.com, where you can use promo code FREESHIP on your first order.
In the eternal battle of morning show supremacy, we are one of them. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Now, tell us about Raphael's birthday.
Well, that's just the thing. I really can't tell you about Raphael's birthday. So I, like everyone else, have a little calendar on my phone, and I put people's birthdays in it so that I can remember, birthdays coming up, and I want to forget that. And so as I'm looking as to what was coming up today, I'm like, oh, it's kind of a big day. My nephew's getting married. It's my sister-in-law Erin's birthday. Happy birthday, Erin. And then also it says Raphael's birthday. And I'm like, this is odd. I don't know a Raphael. And I hope Raphael has a great birthday. But the problem is, I don't know Raphael, and I don't need Raphael's birthday in my phone, and I have no idea how it got there. Like, how does someone's birthday just show up in your calendar? I have no idea.
Not a relative, for sure.
No.
Okay,
No.
Here's what I think. So we had a guy who was our general manager of a radio station at KRQ in Tucson for years ago. And every year when it's his birthday, it's on my calendar. Like, I don't know why I have it on my calendar. Here's what I think. Is there some sort of, whenever you text somebody something and you say, like, maybe his birthday is the same day as somebody else's birthday in my world, and he goes, oh, it's your wife's birthday? It's my birthday too. Does it go into your phone?
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I know one time.
I mean, the problem is I've never texted anyone about a Raphael.
And you don't know a Raphael at all? Like, not even in your contacts?
No, I don't know.
Like, if you type in Raphael in your text messages to search, it won't pop up? Because,
No.
like, I was trying to find
No.
something named Thomas. I was trying to find the address to something on Thomas Street, Thomas Road, and I typed in Thomas. I had no idea how many people named Thomas that I know. Like, all these text messages with people named Thomas.
Right.
Nope.
I knew someone that was sharing her like contact, and it was like her phone number. So she had like shared her actual contact.
And it's all on there.
And it's like her birthday, her address, like everything. And I was like, I don't need your address and I don't need your birthday. I just needed your phone number for like 5 minutes.
Okay, see, the thing is, it's like Raphael is spelled and it has like the dots over the E. Like
Oh, wow.
And
Someone hacked into your phone.
So I have
Happy birthday, Raphael.
Wait, I have a Raphael on my phone, and it's RAF. Is yours RAF?
Nope.
R.A.P.
It's RAPHAE with 2 dots over it, LLE.
Well, today's his birthday?
Yeah,
Well,
happy birthday.
He's a Gemini.
Happy birthday.
So I looked in my phone to see if there was any connection at all, and we did have a driver come pick us up one time in Las Vegas for something named Raphael.
What?
But I don't know why
do you
that
have those kind of people? Like,
Probably
picks you up one
because-
time. Why do you have to put their
know,
name?
Well,
right?
because I think they were getting us to like on the way back to something. It's like, here, put my phone number in your phone, and I just never got rid of it.
So
But
is it
that's
spelled the
only
same
one.
way?
It is spelled the same
Did he
way.
happen to say, "Oh, my birthday is whatever"? And you're like,
There's
"Oh,
not a
let me put that
birthday.
on my calendar."
There's not a birthday in there.
Would I do that?
There's not a birthday in there, but I was looking to see if there was any cross. Any
so
cross.
random.
It's so
And we did have
weird.
somebody come pick us up in Las Vegas for
Okay.
something.
So real quick, is Raphael's contacting on your phone?
I'm pretty sure no, but just
So,
to double check.
Why don't we call Rich's Raphael and see if it's his birthday today?
Okay,
Wish him a
fair.
happy birthday.
Just call him on speakerphone.
No, Raphael is not in my contacts.
Call him on speakerphone and just say, hey, man, is it your birthday?
Yeah, because I'm like, if it was in the contacts, I bet you it just goes there.
Oh, no.
Oh, Raphael
wait, there's two
changed
numbers.
his
There's
number.
two numbers.
What? You have two numbers for this guy?
Hang on, let me try the other one.
I think you had to click end the call. As he's trying to
He's
swipe
in there
out
twice.
of it. How random.
So random.
Hang on.
And what a unique name. Like,
I
it's
ha-
not even.
Same.
That's a bummer.
Well, he can't pick us up.
I have a Raphael in my world, but it's with an F, and he's the stem cell guy. And I know that he was here. We did a podcast with him, but I doubt he was like, hey, Kyle, here's my birthday. Give me something sweet for my birthday.
Yeah, it's a mystery, man.
Well, hopefully this,
Happy birthday,
this
Raphael.
segment will make them appear unto you.
right.
And
I
say,
guess
hey,
so.
thanks.
All right, perfect.
It's Johnjay and Rich.
Oh, cool, your scanner stopped. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Ivory, good morning.
Hi.
What is the story? What do you wish you didn't know about your dad? Walk us through every second of this, please.
Okay. So what I wish I didn't know about my dad is that he was a regular at the strip club that I was working at the time. And I didn't know this until we locked eyes while I was on stage dancing.
Oh my gosh, mortifying.
I know.
What song was on? I really want to see this picture in my mind.
So it was okay. So first of all, the look on his face is engraved in my mind forever. But the song that was playing was "Bounce It" by Juicy J.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
Yes, and so he was sitting there, which I didn't notice. I was just doing my thing, and I look over, and I lock eyes with this man. And I'm like, that looks like that's my dad. And so everything came crashing down, and it's like the show must go on. So
It's a good song. I'm
great
about
song.
to throw
I
a
mean, it's a
couple
vibe
hours.
for sure.
Not when you want to see your dad.
I'm assuming you're bouncing. Are you bouncing at the time? This song is that part of the dance?
At the time, I was bouncing it. So, yeah. And unfortunately, my dad was very aware that I was bouncing it. So I went to one of my coworkers, and I was like, my dad's out there in the audience. And she's like, yeah, he's a regular. And what's funny to me, so he's happily with my mom. But he would say that he was going to a men's group meeting.
He's not lying.
Right, I know, for his mental health. And she's like, I'm so proud of him for doing this and that. And anyways, so yeah, come to find out that was his men's group meeting. And it's just so funny because before this, I mean, this was a while ago. I have a different career path now. I've got kids. It was a different lifetime. But what's interesting to me though is, we have still not fully talked about it to this day.
Oh my God. I thought for sure.
Awkward.
For sure. It'd be like outside now.
No, totally. You're
Right?
grounded.
Wow.
Well, I told him that I was a bartender at the time because obviously, I wasn't trying to say exactly what I was up to, and apparently he didn't want to say what he was up to.
You're a bartender. He's in a men's group.
Later on,
He's like, I'll keep your secret, you keep mine. We never talk about this
Hey, I'm
again.
just curious
that's
to
pretty much exactly what happened.
the time of day that this happened. Was it daytime, nighttime?
It was about 7 p.m. He definitely had it down where it was just a consistent thing for him, where he had these men groups meetings 3 times a week. And turns out that it lined up with my schedule one of those nights. And so we had a rotating schedule where sometimes we'd work half shifts or whatever else. And so it was always different. And somehow we dodged each other until that really, really difficult moment.
Did you make a lot of money?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, so I'm a nurse now. Not to tell on myself or anything. And honestly, I will say a shout out to all the hardworking women out there that are dancers. There's some really incredible women that do work really hard for their money out there, and it gets them through school and whatever else. So all the respect, and truly there's a stigma behind it. but at the same time, there's great women that have worked in that industry.
Oh, of course.
And yeah, I mean, they're great people. But yeah, so I'm a little flustered talking about that. What was your question?
No, you know what's funny is my son Jake just got back from Las Vegas yesterday. And
yeah, he had fun, huh?
Yeah, he was there for 3 days. He's 22 years old. And, he told me he was at the two-story Taco Bell. He had a great time. Then I just said to him, I go, did you go to a strip club? And he goes, yes. And I go, what'd you think? He goes, it was the greatest night of my life.
Did he throw money?
He spent $200 at the strip club. He
Jay.
He won $150.
No.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It probably cost him $100 to get into he was in the VIP.
Oh, yeah. So he was getting his
It's
special shows. That's
It's
awesome.
not cheap.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, though, Johnjay. Actually, now I remember what your question was the money good? And again, to be honest, I am a nurse now, and I made more money working in that industry than I do now. And
you made more money dressing as a nurse on stage than you do.
They should allow.
Maybe I should go back to combining the two.
Yeah, they should let you guys get tips.
That might traumatize them.
Nurses should get tips, don't you think? If somebody really helps you out, that would change it. That would equalize it.
Absolutely.
So I was
It absolutely would.
I was going for a walk around the block with my middle son Kemp last night, and I said, "Hey, so what do you think about Jake's trip to Vegas?" And he goes, Jake said, this is my son, he goes, Jake said, after all the vacations we've ever been on, and we've been on a lot of great vacations, he said, the 3 days in Vegas is the greatest vacation he's ever been on. And I think it has to do with bounce song.
Bounce it. Yeah, they were bouncing it.
Ivory, you're so cool. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing that story with us.
Thank you. And can I just say, Ivory, I threw it back a little bit. That's my stripper name.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
In disguise.
All right. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Love you too. Bye.
We went from normal life, healthy child to acute lymphoblastic leukemia, or B-cell ALL. The St. Jude team came up to get CJ via ambulance. Shortly after that, I noticed a rainbow. It meant that there was hope. We were driving into hope. To have hope is to have your child healthy, and we have that because of St. Jude.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by visiting musicgives.org.
If my dog could talk, I bet he'd say,
I'm a cute dog. Oh boy, dinner time. Let's see. Oh wait, not this dry brown mystery kibble again. What even is this? Meat byproduct, butylated hydroxyanazole, red 40? Mom, Dad, would you eat this? I want real food. Fresh beef, sweet potatoes, green beans. That's why I need Just Food for Dogs. Go to justfoodfordogs.com now and get 50% off your first order. Come on, aren't I worth it?
Are you ready to make a real difference? West Coast University supports that ambition. That's why they offer flexible online advanced degrees in nursing, healthcare, and business, and more, designed for working professionals like you. Imagine the possibilities. A Master of Science in Nursing? Specialize in the area you're passionate about. A Master of Health Administration? Position yourself as a leader in a rapidly evolving industry. Or perhaps a Master of Business Administration? Open doors to new opportunities. Start at westcoastuniversity.edu. WCU cannot guarantee employment.
Parents, let's make a deal. If we admit to a screen time problem, will you? How about we all ditch our devices and go on safari? We can go out on the wide open plains and get up close to some really cool animals, like rhinos, giraffes, and more, all in their own natural habitats. And every visit supports conservation efforts. So let's get to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park and join the herd.
Hey, dummy, if you get free roses, it's a trap. War of the Roses starts right now on Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, time for War of the Roses. Connie thinks someone's cheating on her. We want to get all the details. Good morning, Connie. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I mean, I've been with my boyfriend Marcus for, it's been about 3 years now. And I don't know. I just feel like we're coming to the end. I'm kind of done, and like I've just had this like weird gut feeling that something's been happening with him, and maybe he's messing around on me. I don't know. And the other day, he texted me. He's like, "Oh, I was just like, oh, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just hanging with Josiah. But that was a lie. I caught him in that lie because, well, I was hanging with Josiah. So I basically was like, and nothing is happening with Josiah and I. We're just hanging out. But I have kind of been having feelings. I guess that's...
Well, who is Josiah? Family friend? What?
No, he's a friend of ours, a mutual friend that we met in our friend group a long time ago. He's just been he's a great guy. They play basketball together, and him and I we just kind of had this funny banter, and we just connected, and yeah, it's a little complicated. There's nothing really there yet, but I don't know. I don't know. And so I didn't know what to respond to Marcus when he's like, I'm hanging with Josiah. I didn't want to be like, I know I'm hanging with Josiah, because that's weird.
Yeah. He would have been like, oh, no, I'm hanging with another Josiah. Could there be two Josiahs?
I don't think so. I think that's a really particular name. I mean, at least for our friend group. I don't know another Josiah.
So why not just break up with your boyfriend and explore this thing with Josiah?
I just felt like Marcus and I really had something special, but just lately it hasn't been feeling that way. And
I mean, you said yourself you felt like it was coming to an end.
Yeah, just because of, when that whole Josiah thing happened, I was just like, oh, okay. I was having thoughts about it, but I was like, no, Connie, don't think that. Don't think that. Everybody's dating so hard. Don't even, don't let go of your man, da-da-da-da-da. And so I was just trying to stay positive, but then, that kind of happened, and then I just spiraled, and I was like, yeah.
Okay,
I think
so you just want confirmation that he might be cheating on you, so then you can kind of end things and do your own thing. At least that's what I'm picking up.
Yeah, I want the truth because, obviously he lied, and, he didn't know that I know.
But you're also being shady, and you're admitting to that.
Yeah, I'm being a little shady for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
You're owning it.
So is there anything else, or that's everything?
No, that's basically it.
Okay, so you want us to call Marcus and see who he sends a dozen romantic red roses to?
Yes.
His response should be, my love, Connie.
Yeah.
So let's say he does send the roses to you. Are you going to dent things with Josiah, or are you going to, what's the temperature on that?
Oh, gosh. That's a really good question. I haven't really thought of that too much. I think that I would have to come clean with Marcus and just let him know that Josiah and I have been hanging out, and it's friendly right now, but I would want Marcus to know if we're going to continue for sure.
All right, we're going to get Marcus on the line, see who he sends flowers to. War of the Roses continues next with Johnjay and Rich.
You've got questions, and we have 4 unqualified people to give you answers. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich. We're in the middle of War of the Roses. You got Connie, who's in a relationship with Marcus. She said at the very beginning she felt like things were ending, and she's got some issues with Marcus. One, she thinks he's seen somebody else because he texted her, said that he was hanging out with Josiah. Meanwhile, Connie was actually with Josiah. Nothing inappropriate was happening between Connie and Josiah, but actually there was, because she didn't tell him.
And she likes Josiah a little bit.
She started to catch some feelings. So it's a little bit of a spider web, which most relationships are. So we want to find out who Marcus sends flowers to. Kyle, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hello?
Hi, is Marcus available?
Is this?
Perfect. Is this Marcus?
Depends.
I just want to double check because this offer is really only for Marcus.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Aubrey. I'm actually calling from a company we're called J&R Flowers. We're running this really cool promo that you've been chosen for. It's called Post for Petals, and you've been selected to take part of it. So basically, here's how it works. We're going to send out a dozen red roses. It's our most romantic bouquet. You can send it to anyone you want, no strings attached. And we just kind of ask that you give us a shout out on whichever social media platform you use the most.
What other catch is there?
That is really the only catch, that we want you to post about us. We're not going to hunt you down or anything like that. And, if you feel weird about it, just know I'm not going to ask for credit card information or anything like that. It's really kind of a marketing thing for us, and it's been working pretty well. Sound good? I mean, it's like if you've got someone special in your life, here's a great way to surprise them, and they'll think you spent a ton of money on it because these roses are gorgeous, and you didn't spend anything. So it's a great way to surprise someone special. Like I said, I mean, it's romantic. So if you don't have a romantic interest in your life, maybe this wouldn't be for you. But I mean, it makes it splash for sure.
I mean, yeah, I could save some money and do this.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's pretty good opportunity. So, I mean, really the only information I need from you, Marcus, is whatever you want to put on the card. We're going to send the bouquet out with a nice little card. I always tell people this is your chance to personalize it. I mean, the roses send a message on their own, but this is your chance to get like fun or flirty. I mean, some people even get dirty. I've really heard it all. Mm-hmm. Just let me know the message you want on the card, and then we can talk name and address, and I'll give you a time that it'll be sent out.
Well, I won't get dirty, but yeah, I guess I could say like, you're the love of my life. Let's do that.
That is so sweet. Okay, you're the love of my life. And obviously you want like a love Marcus at the end. And then who did you want me to address this to?
Yeah, just go ahead and send them to Janae.
Janae? Marcus, what? Oh, you're sending your romantic little flowers to Janae? Janae?
Whoa. What's going on? Connie?
Oh, my God. You are such a joke. I cannot freaking believe you. Are you kidding me right now? Okay.
Connie,
okay,
what is this?
Really? Marcus, okay, the other day you texted me. You're like, oh, I'm hanging out with Josiah. And guess what? I was hanging out with Josiah. Yeah, I was literally laying on his bed. I was laying on his bed, but nothing has happened. But I wish I would have him a long time ago.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Marcus, you're on the radio. You're on War of the Roses, Johnjay and Rich.
Wow, what the is this? Like,
language.
Connie, who are you?
Who am I? Who are you? You deserve everything.
This isn't fair, Connie. Like, I feel like I don't even know you. Like,
oh my God, I don't even know you. I regret our time together. I regret everything. Have fun with Janae, okay, Marcus? Have fun. I'm done with you.
Who is Janae?
That doesn't matter.
The love of his life. Yeah. The love of his life.
That's
Said
true.
it right there. Connie, do you know who Janae is?
God.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, she's always a problem in our relationship. Always.
Oof.
Oh, there you go. See, Connie, you're starting a whole bunch of...
Run away. They've probably been together this entire time, and it's bullshit. You've been together this entire time, and you tell me that you haven't.
Oh, Connie, yeah, Connie, everything's my fault. Yeah, there you go. See, this kind of attitude is exactly why, like, we're done. You know what I mean? Like, we're done because, you just kind of
first. We're done.
Okay, so listen, I think you'll look back at this and be very positive about this whole experience.
Like grateful, because they definitely seem like they shouldn't be together.
He called the other girl love of his life, and she is catching feelings for Josiah.
Yeah.
So it's like you definitely don't want to fight for this relationship.
No.
So let it go and just both be at peace, in my opinion.
I know what to say.
I got nothing to say.
Well, you both have nothing to say. Well, you guys should date. Okay. All right.
No, they definitely are not a match.
End of relationship, you guys.
gonna be a
End
good
of
thing this
relationship. EOR, we call it. End of relationship. All right, so hold on the line, you guys, if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. You can hang up. I mean, it's pretty much the end of our segment. We don't really need to talk anymore. But
No, we're good.
Thank you for all the content. That's War of the Roses
gosh, Johnjay.
with Johnjay and Rich.
Yeah, if that last segment offended you, I am really, really sorry. Please email our management at yourmom@iheartradio.yourmom.com. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Father's Day Sunday. We want to know, what do you wish you didn't know about your dad? And then what we'll do, you call in, tell us a story about your dad, get thrown in the hopper, and we will pick a winner. That's what we'll do. For example, today, good morning, Tatum.
Hey, good morning.
What do you wish you didn't know about your dad?
It's a weird one. I accidentally found out my dad is into diaper play.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there are adults who like to dress up as babies for reasons. And I was house sitting for my parents, and I went to just get on the computer because I was just going to check my own email and do some stuff while I was over there. And my dad's email was up, and I saw an email confirmation for some purchases at an adult baby website.
So is your mom in on it? Because it's like, is she like carrying him around like a baby and like patting his back?
In a baby Bjorn.
It's more than I needed to know. I never asked about it. I've never brought it up to them. It's just, it's something I know now.
Wouldn't that be weird? Hearing you're like, what would even be worse is your dad explaining to why he's into it to you.
Don't want to know. Don't want to know
Sometimes
you
a
do
man
that.
wants to feel like a little baby.
Yeah. When you kids got older, you know, we really missed it.
That would be worse if your dad had the breakdown. Here's why I'm doing this speech.
No.
It's called, they're called diaper lovers. I just Googled it. And when it popped up, there's actually videos that I have not clicked on just yet. But it says, generally speaking, people who choose to wear diapers for recreational purposes as opposed to medical need classify themselves as diaper lovers. And widely in their motivation, interest, and focus and attention is wearing diapers.
Okay.
They wear diapers to achieve or enhance sexual pleasure as part of a kink.
Gross.
Weird. Like, what if your dad's trying to, like, you know, give you speech about being more responsible when he's in his diaper?
Well, hold on, there's more to it. Other people have the fetish, but it's not a sexual thing. It's as comfort, relaxation, nostalgia. It makes you feel like you're being loved or cared for.
I feel like that's even worse for some reason. I feel like there's some trauma behind that.
Obviously. Obviously.
For sure.
Wow, you got to ask your dad. What's his number?
No. No, I already wish I'd hung up. I didn't even
Sorry.
A man is a man, and a baby as well.
Tatum's like, I didn't want to go into full-blown discussion. I just wanted to share that I don't want to know that.
Oh, my God. I'm watching the video.
Okay.
Well, did they get, like, diaper rash and stuff, too? Like, where they got to have the cream?
Probably.
Wow.
Can I go? Can I be done?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tatum. Thanks for listening.
Okay,
Thanks for opening our eyes to this whole new world. A whole new
I knew you were going
We
there.
have so many questions.
Pamper world. All right, thank you. Justin, good morning. Thanks for holding, man.
Hey, good morning, of course.
What do you wish you didn't know about your dad?
My dad has this burner phone that he uses for an alter ego that he has on Craigslist. And this alter ego sells pictures of his feet, and he gives out fake tarot card readings.
What the hell?
That's an odd combo.
Yeah. I really wish that I didn't know that, but unfortunately I do.
Is he making money selling pictures of his feet?
I don't know how lucrative it is.
What if he's losing money?
Well, there's a guy in Glendale that had a huge article written up about him in the newspaper. He was making $5,000 to $8,000 a month selling pictures of his feet.
Jeez.
And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. He could be a multi-billionaire right now. So maybe that's your dad.
Possibly. I mean, if that's the case, then maybe I can work out some kind of commission or something.
And a fake tarot card reading. Is there a legit tarot card reading?
That I'm not sure of. I don't even know how my dad knows about tarot reading in the first place.
Does he do the reading with his feet? Flips the card over.
Oh, there you go.
God,
That's a
do
niche.
that?
That's a niche.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good.
Oh, all right, dude. Well, that's a good one. What do you wish you didn't know about your dad? That's terrible, I guess. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, of course. I love you guys.
All right, thanks for shoot us a text, JJR, and what do you wish you didn't know about your dad to 96893.
You come for the Johnjay and Rich, but let's be honest, you stay for Kyle and Peyton. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Father's Day Sunday. What do you wish you didn't know about your dad? 877-937-1047. Jose Luis, what do you wish you didn't know about your dad?
So I found out I didn't know my father when I was younger, and I found out when he got out of prison after doing 27 years that I have 13 brothers and sisters, and I don't know how all that happened.
Dang.
13?
Yeah.
And 27 years in prison. Do you know what he did to get into prison?
I'm not really 100% sure. I know it had something to do with like some laundering or something like that, but not really 100% sure what it was.
All right.
Do you try to get together with your new siblings at all?
Yes. Actually, I get along with them. Well, actually, most of them, I have like 3 that live in Mexico, but the rest live here. And the ones that live here, we all get together sometimes and try to catch up on old stories on how we grew up, because we didn't know each other until about maybe about 15 years now that we all know each other.
Wow.
That's cool.
How many different moms?
I think it's seven different moms.
I think it's 7 different moms.
Dad was a player.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, Jose Luis. Hold on. That is definitely a front runner. Hold on. Jeanette, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
What do you wish you knew about your dad?
That the fact that he was a playboy before he married my mom. He dated 3 of her cousins and was like a month away from getting married to one when he met her and called it all off. And then he was like, "Yeah, no, this is the woman for me."
Oh, that's sweet.
I know, but it kind of got the family into a feud because one of my mom's tias, like the mom of one of his ex-girlfriends, like hated us and me and my siblings for a really long time.
That's too bad.
All right, Jeanette, thank you very much. John, good morning. What do you wish you know about your dad?
Good morning. So it's about I'm adopted at birth, but it's about my biological dad. But my biological mom told me that when he was 2 years old and I was in her womb, or when she first found out I was conceived, that he would come and kidnap my brother, and he would threaten to kill himself or kill my brother just to spite my mom or to ruin my brother's life. And so my biological mom hid the fact that I was conceived or born, and I don't think he knew until I was 16 that I was even alive.
Wow.
My whole life I thought
Wow.
That's twisted.
My whole life I thought I was El Salvadorian, and I'm a Japanese and Mexican. So, yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
A whole bunch of stuff.
That's
Dang,
a
dude.
bad dad.
Yeah. Wow, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on the line, bro.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, not really dad anymore, but
Right.
Yeah, for
Hold
sure.
on. Colby, good morning. What do you wish you know about your dad?
I wish I didn't know that my dad was a massive cocaine user, legally married with 3 girlfriends.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, how do you know that?
You know, some things you just wish you didn't know, and I don't know how I know this. It just word gets through the grapevine, I guess.
That sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a lot of headlines there. I don't know which one you start with. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's all very mind-boggling for sure.
All right. Hold on, Colby. Christy, good morning.
Hi. My dad, when I was younger, we had a dog that was mostly wolf. And he used to go out in the middle of the night when we were all sleeping in his underwear and play with this wolf like he was part of the wolf pack. And they would wrestle around and pee on each other.
Oh, hey now.
Your dad would pee on the wolf?
Yes, they would. It was because he was like acting like he was part
Alpha.
of the wolf pack with our wolf.
Marking his territory on the wolf, like imprinting. That's weird.
Like, I have a bunch of dogs, and I play with them all the time, and if I even sometimes pretend that I'm part of their pack, but I've never, ever, ever, ever thought maybe I should pee on my dog right now so that it knows that.
He would go out there and howl with. They would howl together.
Oh,
His dog was like 87% wolf. So he
wolf.
was like mostly
Yeah,
wolf.
wolves are no joke. Those aren't like little puppies. Those are.
That's
those
kind
are-
of cool.
Those are killers.
That is weird.
All right, Christy. Thank you very much. Britt, be careful how you tell your dad's story, is what I'm told.
Okay.
Okay, what do you
So
wish
my
you to know about
dad-
your dad?
He's an ER doctor, and he pulled money from a hooker's you-know-what and ordered pizza for the staff with it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Like, did she say, oh, the pizza's $9.99. I happen to have a 10.
I happen to have a penny down here somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right, Britt, hold on the line. Hold on the line.
I did not expect anything like that in my lifetime.
All right, Katie. Katie, what do you wish you to know about your dad?
Well, I don't know if I can top that one, but I was in middle school. It was AOL dial-up days, and I needed the Wi-Fi password. I called my dad and said, "Hey, Dad, what's the password?" And I hear a little, and what was that? Big 4450. What? Yeah, big 4450. Middle school, lovely.
Wow. Is his name Richard?
No.
Wow.
No Richard. Just
Okay.
a big and an address.
Okay, got it.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Yana,
Hello.
what do you wish you to know about your dad?
So back in the 90s, I used to work for my dad at his 1 hour photo shop in New York. And I went to pick up the phone one day, and a gentleman called in and said, "Hey, can you connect me? I have a credit card number." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So I found out that my dad had a 900 sex line number where men would call in and have us connect him to, a lady so they can have sex talks on the phone.
Wow.
You think he'd give you a heads up before you were like running the business?
Oh, no, not at all. And I wasn't supposed to find out. And then, of course, the business got shut down because all the money was going through the business. So they shut him down.
Okay. Well, thank you, Yana. Thank you. Okay, so now we have Jose Luis, whose dad did 27 years in prison and found out recently that he has 13 brothers and sisters. You have John, who's he's adopted, but found out that his biological father would kidnap his brother and threaten to take his own life and his brother's life. That's the debate.
And then his mom hid him from the biological dad till he was 16.
Right. You want to call Jose Luis and John? You can get them both on the phone.
You want to?
Sure.
Let's call him.
I can't see them screaming and yelling and going crazy, depending.
I just want to give an honorable mention to Brittany's very effective ER surgeon dad who used the money for good, buying the crew pizza. That's just crazy to me. I will never forget that call. Honorable mention.
Hold on, he's getting Jose Luis on right now.
But she didn't really have a tragic childhood because of it.
No, but I mean, that definitely is something you don't want to know about your dad.
That's true.
Picture your dad doing.
Jose Luis, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we're going to set you up. You are a winner.
Oh, thank you.
So you get 4 tickets to see the Diamondbacks on Father's Day.
You could take some of your siblings.
I could take some of them, yes.
Any other questions for Jose Luis? No, your dad was money laundering, 27 years in prison. You found out you got 13 brothers and sisters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to set you up with tickets. Hold on. Jan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. You are also a winner, John.
Sweet. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
He still sounds like he's in hiding.
So, are you close with your brother now? Like, does your brother know the story?
So actually, the story is way deeper. I just found out I have 2 half sisters that I kept keeping contact with, and one of them just told me last month that he's in prison for murder for killing his girlfriend.
Oh, that would have made you a slam dunk.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
We knew John had it.
The girls are right again.
Let's take him away from Jose Luis. You get 8 tickets.
Wow.
And I actually found out that when I got the call on my birthday that from my biological mom that my half sister had died of a drug overdose, and that's how on my birthday, and that's how I ended up meeting my other half sister.
Oh my gosh!
Close ever since, and I've gotten to be an uncle to her kids, and it's good. But
all right, John. Well,
John.
you get the tickets, okay? But I think you would have been a slam dunk had you mentioned the murder part.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't have time.
I know. I think actually I cut you off.
You did cut
I cut him off. I was in a hurry.
I
Every
didn't know you were talking to me. I thought it was another John.
No, it's my bad.
You,
yeah.
You guys, love you guys so much, man.
Love you too, bro. Hold on. You know what's funny? There's a text here. Now, this is before we knew that John's dad also committed murder. But there's a text that says, Kyle only picked John's story because she likes to say Jan.
I do like to say Jan. But
also,
I mean, come on.
He had the best story. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's Johnjay Rich.
I'm so glad you're here. As the person who currently occupies your attention, I would like to thank you for listening to Johnjay and Rich.
As you know, I like people that always say, as you know, and you really don't know. Maybe you don't know, but we do a thing called Stacks and Hacks. And I have all this information. And sometimes I see this information and I pull it aside and I like, this deserves to be highlighted by itself. And today I saw that. What I saw today was a list of words online that are trending. Words that sound naughty. Words that sound erotic, but they aren't. Okay, they are not. They're just real words, but they sound naughty. So I thought we'd go over them. So I sent the list to Nick. Nick took each word, either typed it out or wrote it out, and put it in an envelope. Peyton has those words in the envelope. I thought it'd be fun if we hear those words coming out of her mouth for the first time. So you rip the envelope open. Yeah, and we'll hear what the words are. So you just pronounce it the way you want to pronounce it, and then we will go over Whether it's, 'cause it does, apparently they are words that sound dirty, but they are not.
Fair enough.
Peyton, whenever you're
Okay.
ready. Envelope number 1.
I have them all right here. There's like, what, 5 of these? Okay. Dongle. I know what a dongle is. It's like a little dongle thing.
It's pretty fun when Peyton says it.
phone. It's like a little transitioner. Yeah.
Just the way you said dongle was fantastic. Dongle is a device that can be plugged into a hardware port on a computer. Dongle.
Dongle. Okay. Homo erectus. What?
Do you know?
That sounds very dirty to me.
It sounds dirty, right? But do you know what it is?
Just a first upright walking man,
The
isn't it?
first human species to evolve a human-like body and gait. You are such a homo erectus.
You're doing so good at this, Peyton.
Thanks. Okay. Shall we move on to the next?
Yeah.
Nick really has these things built in here. Penal code. Nile code?
Penal code.
Is it penile code or penal code?
I would ask Rich. Rich is Penal. How do you say that? Penal.
Penal.
Penal code.
Penal code is a document that complies all of a jurisdiction's criminal law. You're a criminal law major.
I actually do recognize that word, that phrase.
The penile code is in Egypt.
Is that denial is a river? That was actually really funny, Rich.
Whoa.
Is this the last one?
That deserved a lot more credit. No, there's 2 more.
Okay, good. Yay, there's 2 more. Words that sound dirty, but they're not.
Uvula.
That's an all-timer.
So dumb. Okay.
Do you know what a uvula is?
I've heard of it. I don't know. Tell us the definition, Johnjay.
What do you think it is?
A uvula? I
Yeah.
think that's the thing that hangs in the back of your throat.
The little fleshy hanging ball in the back of your throat.
It's starting to sound dirty now.
Sounds very dirty.
Okay, the
last
last
one?
one. Let's see. Is it a good one?
Grand finale.
I'm not saying it.
Well, it's not dirty.
Cockles.
What? I don't even see that one on here. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Those are words that are dirty.
You know what cockles are?
No.
Cockles are small edible mollusks similar to clams.
Okay.
Cockles.
I
You
will
can
not
order
be
those
eating
in
those.
in a restaurant. You
I
can
know
order
those.
those.
I
Take
know.
the cockles, please.
Hey, but hey,
With a
man,
side of chips.
we're not that kind of restaurant.
This was funny. You were right, Johnjay. You were right.
You did a fabulous job, Peyton.
Thank
Way to
you.
go.
Thank you. I hope I didn't butcher those words too bad.
Have to do some more tomorrow.
Oh, great. Can't wait.
Have an idea for the show? Today's your day. Use the iHeartRadio app and talk back to us right now. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Lisette, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. We're going to play a brand new game. Rich, what's the game?
The game is called Top That. In fact, Lizette, you are going to get to go first because you are in competition with Kyle, with Peyton, with Johnjay. So I'm going to give you a list of categories. You pick your category, and as long as you get questions right, I'll keep going up until 10 questions. But as soon as you get one wrong, you're out and the category is done. No steals, okay? So you just have to crush your category. Okay, so your categories are, Lizette, just as everybody else, colors, famous atoms, Netflix, or Beyonce. Which one of those categories, Lizette, do you think you can nail questions about?
Netflix.
Netflix? You're going to go Netflix? Okay. I'm going to give you Netflix. Now, you can keep going as long as you get them right. As soon as you get one wrong, you're done, and we move on to the next thing. Okay, Netflix. This show about a mom and daughter is currently #1 on Netflix.
Ginny and Georgia.
America's Sweethearts, for its second season, June 18th, follows an iconic NFL cheer team. Name the team.
Is it the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, 2 already. You're doing good. This dating show originated on Netflix, now has versions in more than half a dozen countries. They don't actually meet each other until they get engaged. What's it called?
Love is Blind.
Name the year Netflix started streaming.
Oh my gosh. 2014.
You're first wrong, but you got 4 correct.
Good job.
Okay, we go in randomized order here.
What year was it?
It was 2007.
Oh.
And Kyle, you are
I didn't
next.
think it'd be that far back. Okay.
So you have colors, Famous Adams or Beyonce.
Okay.
Colors, Famous Adams or Beyonce.
I'm interested in colors.
Okay, colors.
This.
If you're mad,
Yellow.
it's often said that you're seeing this color. If you're-
Red.
That is correct. In Chaperone Song, what color is the Pony Club?
Pink.
If you're jealous, it's said that you're this color with envy.
Green with envy.
What color was the haze in Taylor Swift's song?
Purple. What?
Lavender haze.
Oh, same thing. Lavender and purple. Same thing.
It's not purple haze, it's lavender haze.
Dang.
Purple haze is Jimi
Lavender
Hendrix.
and purple. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
randomizer coming up. Peyton next. You can choose from Famous Adams or Beyonce.
I'll take Beyonce.
Okay, Beyonce. Hold on, let me switch to that page. Okay, hold on. Where'd it go? Okay. Well, this is an easy first one. Name a Beyonce song.
Love on Top.
It's my favorite Beyonce song, by the way. Name a Destiny's Child song.
Cater to you.
Who is Beyonce's current husband?
Jay-Z.
Name the collaboration song Beyonce did with Lady Gaga.
Telephone.
What is Beyonce's full legal name?
Beyonce Knowles.
I need her middle name and
What
everything.
the heck? Oh, Beyonce Sasha Knowles. It's Sasha Fierce.
No, that is her alter ego, which was another question that we've
Dang
gotten
it!
to later.
What's her middle name?
full name is Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter.
Oh, Knowles Carter.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Johnjay, so you really have one category that you can choose from.
Famous Adams.
You may choose Famous Adams.
Many Adams
You wanted that
already.
anyway.
No.
The star of Severance. Famous Adams.
Adam.
Uh-huh. Half point.
Adam Scott.
That is correct.
I would have gotten out on the first question on that one.
This creepy family's daughter, named after day in the week, has her own Netflix show.
Wednesday Adams.
Wedding singer and Happy Gilmore actor.
Adam Sandler.
American Idol runner-up and new Queen frontman.
Adam. I just saw him on the Tonys. Adam. Adam. In fact, you know what? He's the first concert I ever took my kids to see this guy.
Uh-huh.
Adam.
Uh-huh. We stood right in front of him. We saw him sing We Will Rock You.
Adam. Lambert. Adam Lambert.
Wow. Okay, this one will put you in the lead, by the way. Redheaded actress from Dear Evan Hansen.
Amy Adams.
Maroon 5 singer.
And ex-Kyle Love, Kyle interest, Adam Levine.
She said, I don't claim that.
The actor who played Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver.
Now you're in the lead. Let's see here. What Kyle and Peyton look like in the morning without makeup.
Black Adam. Morticia Adams.
A damn mess.
What? A day of mess?
A damn mess.
That's funny. That's tricky.
All right, so
Okay.
that is categories.
And I don't
John
appreciate the
Adams.
roast.
Adam Clayton.
Peyton looks good without makeup, so you can just use that one
Just a
on
joke.
me.
Just a joke, people. Anyway, that's it. John Jay's our winner for
congrats.
Top
Good,
Bag.
Johnjay. I gotta say though, Rich, before we got into this game, you were like, it can't be rigged because you get to pick your own category. But you only give us 4 categories, so whoever goes at the very end, it's kind of rigged.
Well,
It's not rigged.
no, it's not rigged. In fact, I even had bonus categories in case you complained.
Oh, okay. Great.
So,
I'm glad that you did
You got
that.
to choose Beyonce. You should have
I
crushed
did.
Beyonce.
You're right. I know.
All
Now
right,
I know her
Lisette,
middle name.
you can have the tickets. You get to see Jessie J. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Good job.
You too.
We went from normal life, healthy child to acute lymphoblastic leukemia or B-cell ALL. The St. Jude team came up to get CJ via ambulance. It was a little bit of a scary drive. There was a time where the storms were really heavy. Shortly after that, I noticed a rainbow. It meant that there was hope. We were driving into hope. St. Jude gave us a hope that we didn't know was possible. I truly can't even imagine not having St. Jude in our lives.
I knew that it was really bad and I had a lot of questions, but I knew that everything was gonna be okay.
St. Jude saved everything that matters to us. I don't know that we'd have CJ without them. I am beyond grateful.
My hopes are I could work with St. Jude.
To have hope is to have St. Jude. To have hope is to have your child healthy, and we have that because of St. Jude.
You can help kids fight childhood cancer. Please become a St. Jude Partner in Hope today by visiting musicgives.org.
Looking for a mortgage, credit card, or auto loan? Then you should know your FICO score. Did you know 90% of top lenders use FICO scores? Visit myfico.com/free today to get your FICO score for free. MyFICO makes it easy to understand your credit with FICO scores, credit reports, and alerts. Visit myfico.com/free or download the MyFICO app and discover the score lenders use most.
Managing a chronic condition, just out of the hospital, or struggling to prepare meals on your own? If you or a loved one are on Medi-Cal, you may qualify for free home-delivered meals through California's Community Supports Program. Mom's Meals provides nutritious, medically tailored meals made by dietitians, delivered right to your home. See if you or your loved one qualify at momsmeals.com/California. That's momsmeals.com/California. Mom's Meals, improving life through better nutrition at home.
Ah, that's the sweet sound of saving money when you shop at the Navy Exchange. Why, you might ask? Because if you find a better advertised price, first we'll be surprised, and then we'll match it. Thanks to our everyday low prices, military exclusive pricing, no sales tax, and price match guarantee, you'll always get the best bang for your buck. That's the value of NEX. Open to authorized military and civilian patrons only.
The next segment we're going to do is called Second Date Update because that's what we're going to try and get, and that's what the bit is called. Second Date Update starts right now on Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, time for Second Date Update. You're dating someone. You think you're going to date someone because you go out on one date. Things are going well. You never hear from them again. That's what's going on with Ben. Good morning, Ben.
Hey, good morning. Thank you guys for helping me out today.
We're going to try, man. What's your situation?
So, to be honest, I really don't get what kind of happened here. I went out with this girl, and I've actually had a crush on her since, like, high school. And we weren't really close back then, but I always thought she was, like, way out of my league, you know? And then totally random, we run into each other at the grocery store a few weeks ago, and we kind of caught up a little bit. And now that I'm older and more mature, I actually asked her out, and she said yes. So we went out to dinner. I paid for everything, open doors, the whole gentleman thing, you know. I genuinely thought it went great. Like, we laughed a lot. It had a real conversation. It flowed. There wasn't any awkward energy, but, like, she even got home, texted me, like, thanks for a lovely night, and then nothing from the next day onwards, like, complete ghosted, you know? Like, I checked in, no reply, nothing at all. And I don't know. I know it's a part of dating, but it's just really confusing because I genuinely thought that there was a connection here. So I'm just trying to kind of figure out what could have gone wrong, what went wrong. Is she alive? Did something happen? You know?
That's a bummer. I wonder if her friends are like, you went out with Ben from high school?
Yeah,
are you crazy?
Could be.
Booger Ben?
No, did you have that nickname?
How'd you guys know about that?
See, world traffic.
Right.
It's the internet. Everything gets out there.
But it's kind of weird, though. Like, I feel like when you reconnect with someone to just get ghosted like that, it's not very common. Like, something definitely had to happen because it's not like you guys just matched on Tinder and you had one date and she doesn't have any connection, you know? Like, that's a little weird. For sure. So you're not off on that.
There might be this thing, though. It's like she might be thinking of the romanticness of rekindling an old thing, and she might have built up something in her head that just didn't match the expectation. That's not on you, just something she built up.
Totally. That would make sense.
Well, why don't you give us her name, and then we will call her and see why she's blowing you off.
Yeah, her name's Rochelle.
Okay. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick little break. We'll get her on the phone, and then we're going to find out why she's blowing you off. How long ago was this date?
This was about 2 weeks ago now.
Okay. Hold on the line. Second date update continues next with Johnjay and Rich.
We just want to hear from you, and I don't think that's too much to ask, and it's really stressing me out that you're not calling. 877-937-1047. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, we're in the middle of second date update. You got Ben on the line. He bumped into this girl he went to high school with. He always liked her. He always thought she was out of his league, but they were at the grocery store, bumped into her, and he said now that he's mature enough, he asked her out on a date. She said yes. They went out. They had a good time. He kissed her on the cheek, and now she's ghosting him. And he wants to know why. Am I right, Ben? Did I leave anything out?
Nope, that's that.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's call Rochelle.
Hello?
Hi, is Rochelle there?
This is she.
Hi, my name's Peyton. I'm with Johnjay and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly this morning.
Okay.
Rochelle, we were talking to a really nice guy about a date he went on. And the girl he went on a date with is blowing him off. And we here in the studio, we went over like every scenario. We thought, well, maybe this happened. Or maybe this happened. And now we're like, you know what? Maybe we could just call her and ask her. And you are the her, Rochelle. We're talking about Ben from high school.
Okay.
He said everything was great. And then you're blowing him off. So we kind of want to figure it out. Can you tell us?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I did ghost him. I know that that's not the most mature thing to do, but honestly, like, I don't know how to say this without like sounding really bad. He's super sweet. Mm-hmm. And I was excited when we reconnected. But once we were on the date, there were just certain things that I couldn't unhear. Like, he kept saying espresso instead of espresso. And then, and that, that just irks me, whatever. But then he also pronounced the L in salmon, like salmon.
I hear that a lot.
Are you sure he wasn't being funny? Because, like, I think I might do that just to be funny. Mm-hmm. I'll take the salmon.
No. He wasn't. Like, that's like a thing now that people say the L. It's really weird. And
yeah, I hear that.
My mom is an English professor. Like, I grew up getting quizzed on grammar at the dinner table. And so I have a really hard time with mispronunciation. And then I know that this is going to sound petty, but like, he called Target Target like it was 2010 or something. And he didn't do anything like wrong, but I just don't think that we're a match at all. Like, it's not the vibe.
Wow. So I lost you over pronunciation?
Especially when you said words wrong.
Ooh, hi, Ben.
I gotcha.
So you've been listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, reliving the date where I thought we had a really good time. We were complimenting one another all night, and then I get ghosted over a grocery store name.
Well, a couple other things.
I'm sorry. The vibe just wasn't there for me.
It's a little bit of an disappointment.
But at least he got all his omega-3s in with that salmon.
I mean, I don't say like that salmon, but like not Salomon. I'm not going there like Solomon or anything like that. But
that's the bad guy in Lord of the Rings.
All these like expensive things that tasted really bad. I didn't say anything. Like I could have been like, "Oh, that's awful."
So you were keeping
or whatever.
Score about what we ordered, like.
No, I just mean like if you're gonna keep score of certain mispronunciations, like you can also correct me in person. Like on the spot. Actually, it's this way, and I don't know. That could have even been a fun little debate thing, but it's just like you're roasting me on the air over salmon. Yeah, I remember.
I didn't ask to be on the radio, man.
He does have a point. Like if he said like salmon, then you would have been like, you're joking, right? You don't really say it like that, do you?
Like salmon? Did you just say salmon?
Have this conversation.
Do you know how many
I'm
things?
Sorry, I don't go around correcting other adults.
Oh,
like
man. Daily. My wife corrects me on how I say things daily.
I'd like to
She's
hear
like,
that.
I don't mean to be
married, you have a
pejorative, Richard, but you're saying it wrong.
What do you say wrong, Rich? I've never heard you speak wrong.
What was the last thing I said?
Over pronunciating certain words from other countries.
I don't think she cares when I abbreviate.
Yeah, I mean, that's a healthy discussion, right? Like, otherwise you're just going to keep all your thoughts to yourself and be mad at the whole world if they don't do everything by your way. But anyways, look, besides all that, I'm just saying you wouldn't want to hang out again, like at all?
No, I think we're pretty clearly not a match. So, like, I'm good, but I wish you well. I hope there are not hard feelings.
Mm. It's too bad you guys couldn't go get some Mexican food and order up some fajitas or something.
Vaginas?
Where's this place?
Whoa. That is
I see where you were going. Like jalapenos, whatever.
Yeah, that would be good too.
My favorite are the quesadillas. But,
He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I think he's
See, I didn't
adorable.
know if he was serious if he said that. Like, it's just not a... Anyway.
I feel like grammar police can't be with people that like even experiment with that kind of stuff at all. Like it just doesn't mesh.
Not a match. It's okay.
That's all right. Well, thank you guys for helping out.
Yeah, man. Totally. I think it's fun to speak wrong. You know what I mean?
Me too. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world.
See, so you kind of do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I speak 4 languages, so yeah.
You do?
Fun mixing things up.
What are some other languages you speak?
I speak Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi, English, all of those, yeah.
Dang. I didn't know Punjabi was a language.
So it's not that he's not an intelligent person, Rochelle. He's just having fun.
Is English your second language or your first language, Ben?
Grew up learning Hindi and English both.
Wow. Okay. So to me, that's you get a little bit of a leeway there when you have another language. Like I speak wrong sometimes. When I speak wrong and it's not on purpose, it's because my parents from 2 different countries and I learned to speak wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Totally.
Well, I think you're missing out, Rochelle. But I get it too with your mom being an English professor.
Yeah, I don't think the energy, like I said, that the vibe is not there. So.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on there with us. And Ben, thank you, man.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
I'm glad we could help you out. All right, that's Second Date Update with Johnjay and Rich.
Oh, cool. Your scanner stopped. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich. Kaylee.
Hi.
Hi, got your text. Tell us your story.
Oh, my gosh. I just had to share this with you guys. So I was running late for work, as usual, and I skipped breakfast. And I was starving. So at a red light, I noticed there was a granola bar in my bag. And so I quickly grabbed it and took a bite, only to realize it was actually a dog treat I'd stuffed in there a few days ago.
And? Delicious?
It was, well, I mean, I guess it was, like classic breakfast flavors because it was like bacon and cheese, but I was just like, it was just, the texture was off, and I was just like, this is not for me. This is for my 2 precious babies, but boosted chutney. And I was like, I'm sure the person next to me thought I was like a crazy person because it's so dry. I don't know if you guys have eaten a dog treat before. But,
you know what's so funny is a couple years ago, my dad and my stepmom were staying with us, and I got home from work one day, and she goes, "Hey, I think those cookies you have in there, they're not good anymore." So I threw them out. I was like, "What cookies?" And she's like, "The cookies, they're like round and they're bad." I'm like, "That's Daisy's food. Those are not cookies. Let's get them out of the trash because they're not bad. They're just not what you thought."
I feel like
I was going to say the dog food. Like I was just telling this to my son last night when I was feeding the dogs. Wet canned dog food. I love the smell.
Ew.
Of wet canned dog food. I love it. Like Alpo or whatever dog. Ever since I was a kid when I used to have to feed our dogs. And I, at one point in my life, tried it a couple times. And I've tried the dog treats and I've tried dry dog food. And it's not bad. It just doesn't have seasoning. It's just plain.
Salt.
It's like, sometimes I feed my dogs, so I'm like, what is with you? How do you not? Like, how are you so excited to eat the same thing every day? Like, you need something a little different, like a salt and pepper. Just
Right.
salt and pepper.
Something.
Huh?
I said something.
Something, but they don't. And it's like this wet dog food. I want to make a human version of it, that I can eat that tastes good. 'Cause
Like
it looks
canned
good.
chicken?
That's a sloppy Joe.
It's a little different. I don't know. I want it to be in the shape of a can.
Canned
Gross.
chicken or canned tuna.
Chili, like Hormel chili.
Right, or something like that. But this actually has me LOLing because I know, Kyle, you were there. Johnjay and Rich, you weren't. But at Love Pup Dog Moms event this year, there was this table that had all of these like beautiful looking cookies. They had like Love Pup across them. They had these little like paw prints on them, and people were eating them like they were cookies, and they were 100% dog treats. And so I was just like looking from a distance. I'm like, who's gonna eat another dog treat?
What a fun event for you. Just that alone.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, Kaylee, thanks for sharing that story with us.
Oh, you bet.
Johnjay and Rich, Kiss FM.
Broadcasting live across the world right now. This is the Johnjay and Rich radio program.